You've already joined us for our recommendation of this movie. Now, welcome back to our full-fledged review of Ivan Kavanaugh's 2014 The Canal.
So good. It's your first and only warning in advance. This is a spoiler review, so if you haven't seen the movie yet, go watch it first and come on back here. Alright, now that you're back, you've seen the movie. Obviously you know that the plot descriptions that are out there have nothing to do with the movie whatsoever. And in fact, what we're concerned with is a gentleman who catches his wife cheating and basically is a nice slow descent into madness.
Yeah, and you know, a lot of other things happen in there as well. We don't want to get too detailed in the plot because you've seen the movie.
Right.
But definitely sees the film. Film seems to affect him. He thinks the creepy Victorian guy is doing it.
1902 guy, yeah.
Obviously, it's not.
It's not, it's him.
And the whole time.
Yes, and that's when the madness is complete. Obviously, we like the whole movie, but we'll break it down into sort of some specifics. I'm going to start out with, I mentioned it in our recommendation, and that's the jump scares.
Yes.
Jump scare in these movies is not the typical American kind. In particular, there was one scene where sort of sheet is on the ground. You can't really tell what it is, and then boom, pops up, and it's a person, and it just had like blood on the mouth.
Here down.
Oh, and it was not only a perfect jump scare, but visually a stunning image as well. So and definitely
they did it
that.
so quick. It was
quick.
Actually a legit jump scare.
Yeah, without question. You see the mask, you see the gentleman, but then it moves, and you're like, ah, you know, absolutely perfect. You know, it wasn't a cat. That's all that matters to me.
It was worse than you thought in the beginning.
Way worse, way worse. So I know you got some too.
Yeah, well actually, one of yours and one of my favorite scenes in the whole movie, because I felt like it set up so much, was the bathroom scene.
Yes.
The classic, every horror movie has a grimy, dirty bathroom.
Dirty bathroom
Close
scene.
to my heart.
Oh yeah.
So David finds out his wife is cheating,
yes.
and he kind of stumbles into this disgusting old public bathroom, and shit goes wrong in there.
It went long ago, but yeah.
And then just seeing those fingers kind of creep over the door.
Yes.
The way they built the tension in that, I was
outstanding.
Just grabbing a pillow.
Yes.
And then this kind of demon face ghost person
the image from the old film.
Like here,
right? Yeah.
And is saying something to him, and it's clear that David can tell what's being said, but it's just noise to us.
Yeah.
And I felt like it kind of opened up the doors to his mental decay at that point, and it was just scary. I mean, come on.
That was the beginning of the end for David. And you brought it up, and it is a masterful stroke that the audience does not.
Yes. But he's clearly listening.
But he clearly is. So, you know, even as an outside observer, you know, you're kind of going, oh, look, it's the demon monster thing. But no, not at all. No. When we later learned on, it's a nice callback. So, yeah, definitely.
And really with that, I found for the film, overall was very stylistically done, very artistic.
Yes.
So many things. Someone did this on purpose. This does not just mistakenly happen. There are so many scenes of the movie that if they were turned into prints or artwork, I would buy them.
Oh, without question.
Yes, it was set up beautifully. The scene where he's killing his co-worker in the bed, and there's all the creepy people behind them in the mask. Beautiful shot.
Yeah.
The woman in the sheet with the blood we talked about. Beautiful shot.
Woman coming through the wall. Yeah.
And dragging her in.
Dragging her in. Yeah.
Someone who was very talented in the production company. It was absolutely beautifully composed the whole way through, and it was really, really a treat to see that artistry in a movie.
Without question. Also, there was something that you had mentioned in our recommendation, that this is an Irish film, and therefore it doesn't have the American sensibilities, but it also doesn't have the American hang-ups. And as such, there were a couple scenes in this movie that flat out you could not get away with here in America, but were crucial and key and essential to the film. The scene where his now sort of demonetized, shall we say, decaying wife gives birth. To their little hideous baby beast was an actual birth, you know, like you know, we've seen countless movies here where there's some, you know, virgin birth demon monster, and when they give birth,
you can't see anything.
There's a sheet or something over it. No, it's like, hey, that's not how it happens. Look, there's a vagina, there's a kid coming out of it, it's in your face, and this is like a black slimy thing, and I don't think kids are supposed to look like that, but it was integral, it was beautiful, it didn't pull any punches. I thoroughly enjoyed that. And then the ultimate enjoyment, you mentioned it, we gotta acknowledge it, the ending. So perfect, such an exclamation point, and over here in the States they frown on killing kids. Well, you know what, it happens, and it happens so well in this movie because it is the exclamation point on this film, and it's horrifying, and it's the child rejoining his family, everything is perfect. And you're not going to see that over here.
No, and it's really the way I like to see horror movies, which I mentioned in the recommendation, but I couldn't expound upon that.
No.
I don't like happy endings, tying everything up with a bow. I don't really even like happy movies or comedies or anything. That's just not why I'm watching movies. And
not a happy anything.
Maybe I need therapy, but I want the end of a movie to be heart-wrenching and just a sinking feeling, which you get. The kid jumps out of the car because his dead dad's been whispering through the wall, which was also the eyeball thing was creepy.
I'm here with your mother.
Perfect.
And then the kid just listens, jumps out of the car, crunch.
Nice crunch sound.
Credits roll. And that's it. And they don't explain anything.
No,
there's no ambulances. We don't know if we don't know. It just ends, and you're just like that. Yeah, it was amazing. I loved the end.
Right. Well, therapy or not, what I think you might be getting around to is that you don't need to be spoon-fed everything. We don't need to have the narrative explained and the wrap-up and everything concluded. We can use our imaginations. We have
open-ended endings.
And we can leave it open endings and walk out and decide ourselves. Hey, maybe you're one of those happy-go-lucky people that's not you, clearly. And the kid survives and everything's fine. But, you know, for the rest of us, he's a stain. We always do dislikes along with our likes. For this one, we spoke at length, and we only have one. And it's the same for both of us. Yeah.
So, and it's a little one. Pun intended.
I'm the pun guy, not you.
Unfortunately, the child actor was maybe not the best.
It's an understatement.
Understandable, though. Right. I will say he was clearly like not a 11-year-old playing a 6-year-old. This was a little kid. I understand. I kind of assumed that they said, okay, you know, say these words. Someone turned the camera on, get him saying these words.
Yeah.
His sentences were very kind of monotone and slow.
Yeah.
Not a huge fault, but it did, at least for me, kind of take me out of the movie because his scenes were a little bit. I was just waiting for him to finish talking.
Yeah. Maybe slightly older age might have been a little better, but a minor gripe nonetheless. It's that time of day, ladies and gentlemen.
Dreaded time.
Yes, indeed it is. So, how many pinheads are you going to give the Canal?
It's a tough one. Actually, it's really not that tough.
I was going to say, what's so tough about it? We loved it.
So I did love it.
Yes.
However, it isn't perfect for me. So I'm going to go with 4.5, and it was so close to 5.
Perfect.
Yeah. I loved this movie. I loved everything about this movie, but really the kid. And I know that's a small thing to harp on.
Literally.
But it really, the scenes took me out of what was happening. And I get really immersed in movies and so like tunnel vision on it. And I felt the scenes with the kid, Billy, were so slow. And especially we were talking about the laptop scene where it's like, Billy, turn the laptop, turn a little bit more. And I was like, oh God, they know there's something in the room. Can we just get to that? And he talked so slowly, and I didn't care about dinosaurs anymore.
No.
It really just kept pulling me
Yeah.
out.
He did have a dead look on his face during the laptop scene as well. I'm like, come on, kid, wake up.
Just cry or something.
Something,
So for me, just that one little was a 4.5. But otherwise, the movie was brilliant and amazing, and I could watch 10 more movies like it, probably will. What about you?
Yeah, well, before that, for those of you who don't know, it's really hard to pull her out of a movie. Really hard. But for me, I'm actually going to completely, utterly, and totally agree with you. I know. I felt a little tremor in the force myself.
Anyone heard us agree?
Yeah,
ever.
I know, but you are 100% correct on both fronts.
Yeah.
The kid is horrible, and it's a 4.5 pinheads for me as well. He just rips you out. This thing is truck along. It's such a beautiful pace. Everything's great, and then it's like, look, move the laptop, you brain dead moron. So with your 4.5 and my 4.5, this is an easy one. It's going to be a 4.5 pinhead movie.
And I'm always right.
Wow. You got lucky this time.
Any other good Irish horror films out there? We totally want to see them, so let us know in the comments below what some of your favorites are.
Yeah, without question. Also, make sure you subscribe to our channel and follow us on the social media links above, because you never know what we're going to be putting out there.